sure. So I have this data with me, if you can see. So it's the similar kind of a data that we have been working yesterday. The only difference is for yesterday's data, we have age versus salary. Here we have years of experience versus salary. So guys, yeah. So the thing is, what we will do is, I will, so you can, in case you want to get this data, I will also provide you the link to this data, and you can also find this data file on your LMS portal as well. So what I'll do, I'll save this file. Data, and I will save it as CSV. Also, there are two formats, CSV and yeah.
So we can get data from data sets from Kaggle if you want to work on.
Yeah, so this is the data. Yeah, I am telling you the link. This data I get it from there only.
Okay.
So let me show you. This is the link. I have just taken this data from here only. So that's what I've been trying to say. Like, I will share the link. So this is the data. In case you want, you can take this data. Okay. You can simply say simple linear regression salary data. It will come automatically to your GitHub. Now I will open the Python console. So basically the Jupyter. I will take, okay, let it come. So there is a file. I'll say import numpy as numpy as np. Import pandas as pd. I say okay, and I'll say data is equal to pd dot. Okay, first let me execute this. I'll say data is equal to pd dot read CSV, and I'll go there. I'll say where is the folder class? Yeah, here it is. I'll take linear regression data. I'll copy this as path. I'll take this. So now we have this data in the Python environment. I can play with this data. I can just say that, select the respective column, respective row, or whatever we want to. But the things in detail will cover when we go in detail with the subsequent analysis and with other algorithms as well. So today I'll be telling you how it executes, how it is being executed in Python. So here I have two values. So I can simply say data dot head. So it will give you, anybody in question?
How to save the file? Yeah, how to save the file from Kaggle, sir?
Okay. Now I'll say data dot head. It will give me give me the head. So now what I'll say, okay, if I need to select,
Sir, someone asked a question actually.
what was that? I
Sir,
didn't hear it.
I think it is
actually,
how to run file from
how to
Kaggle.
save a file in from Kaggle?
So there are different ways. So okay, let me tell you. Have I closed that or where it is?
Yes, so you have closed it.
I've closed that. Okay, I'll show you. Did you get the same file?
Sir.
What was the
Krishna, I think the username was Krishna.
Krishna? This one, yeah.
So it is Chris Nayak 06.
Chris Naik. KRIS.
Third one.
So the,
SHNAIK 06.
Okay, I guess we got it.
third link, yes, sir.
No, it is not there, but I will.
Sir, I think this is the first link when we can get. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So there are two ways to it. One is you select this, copy it and paste it in a Excel file. Second is go to raw, just select it. You can say save as, and this will automatically be saved as salary data CSV in the location where you want to save it. Both are the ways. Are you aligned?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, now if I need to select, so I have two values here, X and Y. X is the year of experience and salary is basically uh, the dependent variable, Y variable. So when I say X, so if I need to select X, I'll say X is equal to data. If I'll say data dot columns, it will say year experience and salary. Now if I need X is equal to data dot ilog. So what should I say? So let's example. So I can take any. So here, like the thing is, what we can do is we can take any value as X or Y, whatever you want to. If I'll say 1 dot, so if I'll say 1 like this, what this variable will be?
So salary.
Years of experience. Salary.
If I'll say simply like this, if I'll say X, what is this came? Salary. Okay. If I want to make this as a dependent variable, I'll simply say y and I'll say y. So this will be the y variable. Salary is a y. So this will be the y variable here. Now the thing is, there are two things in it. If I'll say now, sorry. It is series. We can see that. Okay. So if I'll do like this, if I'll do like this, dot values, I'll say enter, I'll say y, I'll say type y. So this will be converted into a, if I'll use anything values in the end, it will be converted into a array. So the difference is, whenever we are working on a problem where we have one single value as the single column as the x value and single column as y value, then we normally convert it into a np.nd array because it has fast execution. In case we are working with pandas data frame, then like we don't have an option, we cannot convert it into nd array, so we go with the pandas as a option, like this, without dot values. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Now we'll say x is equal to data dot ilog. Now if I need to select years of experience, how do I select? All rows. I'll say x will be this. If I'll say y will be this. Are we
So can,
aligned?
so can you please tell why we have converted the series into an array? Or
So the thing is, we have series, so we can work with the series as well. There's no problem. The thing is, as I told you initially, like why NP ND arrays, NP NumPy arrays are basically required because they have a faster execution. They are more memory efficient. Whenever we have a single value anywhere in independent or dependent, as independent or dependent values, we always prefer NumPy arrays. That's the best practice. You can ignore that as well if you want, but that was one of the things that nobody considered.
so, sir, if even if the output is here is only one independent variable, if we have two independent variables, then also we do the same.
Then we didn't have any option to convert it into NP array. We need to pass these two variables together. So then it won't be a series. It will be a data frame.
Okay.
Okay. So here I will import another
So
library.
can you scroll a bit up?
More? Is it
No,
fine or
sir.
do you want me to?
Why is it like- It's fine, sir. It's fine.
Okay. Can I go down again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll say from. Now the next thing is what we need to do. We need to divide this data into train and test. The thing that we have seen yesterday. Okay. So now it comes to train and test split. What is the benefit of train and test split? On train, we will develop the model, and on test, we'll test the model. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
So to do that, we have another library from sklearn dot model selection import train test split. If I'll say okay, execute it. Now I need to specify x train, x test, y train, y test. is equal to train test split, which so I need to split x and y into x into two parts, x train x test, y into two parts, y train y test. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
I'll say test size is equal to 0.2. I want to keep 80% of the data as train, 20% as test. With me?
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
again use a thing random state is equal to 1 1. Let's example. I'll tell you what is random state. Don't worry about it. But if you're clear till here, then I'm fine.
Yes.
Sir, can you please explain again what we are doing and how we are doing?
So we have been dividing the data into two parts. The thing that we've seen yesterday,
Okay.
train and test. Train and
Yes.
test.
Okay.
If you remember, we have split our data into train and test
Yes,
yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
So what we have been doing, I have taken x and y. Now with the help of Python library, I have been splitting it into two parts, train and test.
Okay.
Okay, so here I kept the test size as 0.2, which means 80% of the data will be used for training, for which we have been building the model, and 20% of the data will be used for testing. Are you guys with me?
Sir, what is this x underscore train and then x underscore test and how we have named, sir?
So the name is like this. I am naming this data as x underscore train, this data as y underscore train, this data as x underscore test, this data as y underscore test.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. And test size equals
तो
0.0.
स्टॅम्प त्यांना इथे जावं लागणार का?
Come again. Yeah,
Sir, what
but
if the number of variables are more than 2?
so if
It is
whatever the scenario, so then what we will do right now, I have taken x as a single column, then I will be taking x as a 3 4 5 columns, but this code will remain same.
Means like dependency is more than 1 or 2, 3, 4. It's like, so we are doing X test, Y test, Z test or something like that.
No, come again, I didn't get you.
Sir, please explain again. It's like we have more dependency. So what we do?
So your voice is very low to me. You want to the only thing which I got is you want to understand something about dependency. Come again.
So there are more dependency. So what should we do?
More dependency mean more x values,
Yes, sir.
more variables in x. Say let's example, apart from your experience, if we have age as an independent variable as well, am I right?
Yes.
Then if I'll say two columns, say 0 and 1. So how do we store this? I'll say 0.
Yes.
I'll say 0. So so what is the way to take it? So 0,
0:2.
0:2 or 1, whatever the thing is. I'll take these two variables together and x will be of these two variables. And
Okay.
and
How, sir? How, sir? Please explain, sir, again.
so if we have two variables,
Okay.
as x, say age and years of experience,
Okay.
then I will take x as two values here, 0 and 0,1. That's what I will say.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So, sir, at the end, all dependency are only in X.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So we
Don't
can
worry,
do
we will
all
cover
the
it, yeah.
so we can do all the grouping at same time also, no?
Yeah. So don't worry, we'll cover all that. Only be with me with this code, and all these things will be done. Don't worry about it.
Sir, can you please explain the line number 13?
So here I have taken x as 0th column, that is years of experience. Y as salary, that is like that is the first column. So that's why I said data dot ilog 0 dot values. 0 means the 0th column. With me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody any doubt till now?
Yes, sir. So mostly we don't convert it into series into NumPy arrays.
So
Or
the
we
thing
use-
is, yeah, once I execute, then you can execute it without NumPy array. It will work fine. It is a best practice always. The reason is whenever we have single column as a series, then we use dot values because it has a faster execution and memory optimization as well when we work on NumPy arrays.
Okay, okay. And like we have more dependencies, so we have more values. So in case we don't need values, or we need to first, we need to put the values first for the first execution.
No. In case we have more than one column, then we don't use dot values.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good.
Can I proceed if everybody is fine till here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Random state is equal to 11. I'll explain it. Just give me a moment. So now if I'll say len of x, it was 30. If I'll say len of x train, it will 24. With me,
Hmm.
80%
Yes, sir.
of the value went into x train, rest 20% went into
Okay.
x test. Same will be there for the y as well. Okay. Now I'll say from sklearn dot linear model import linear regression. Okay. Okay. Before that, let me tell you what is random state 11. So what we do is we normally as a good practice, whatever the data that we have, we shuffle this data. When we say shuffle this data means we take so right now everything is synchronized 21, 23, 24, 25 age. But if our model is learning on this data, then what we normally prefer is model will run on the shuffle data. So if I'll shuffle this data, say I have taken a random number here and I shuffle this data. This is random number, say I shuffle this data, let's say. So now you see some of the data went up, some of the data went down. And now if I'll take 80% of the value, say this, then this will give me the more random values. Earlier the values were not random.
Random.
So when I say random state is equal to 11 or any random state, I say 11, 12, 13. So it means it is shuffling it on any of the ways. The way is 11 and it can be anything. You can take 11, 12, 50, 30. The only way of shuffling, the way of assigning these numbers will be different. Now I said 1, 5, 9. With 11, it will say, when I say 11, so in 11 has a way of shuffling that is 1, 5, 7. 15 has a way of shuffling 1, 2, 9, 8. So this is only the way of shuffling. Are you guys with me?
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
But sir, if we took it as 0, then also it is going to shuffle, right?
It should ideally the random state. I haven't tried 0, but you can take any number from here till here, any number you can take. You can try 0 as well. I don't know whether with 0 it will shuffle or not, but ideally it should be integer. So if let me see,
Hello.
if I'll say 1 1 2 2 3, and I'll say what is,
Hello.
yeah, any question?
Sir, why we are shuffling the data?
We are shuffling the data to make the data more random. So let's say example, anything that we have in a systematic order, say the age that we had, but the system, so that the system will get the equal amount of or optimal amount of learning from the shuffled data. So let's say example, we have been working on a problem where we have been tracking whether the person is cancerous or not cancerous. So at a particular point, we see the data that has been provided to us in the initial. So we have say 500 data points. For 450 data points, it is written not cancerous, not cancerous, not cancerous. For the rest 50 points, it is written cancerous. So at this point of time, if I will not shuffle this data, the system will get all the data points where it is non-cancerous. The system will not learn the pattern of cancer. So that's why it is important to shuffle the data in whatever form it will come. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So when I said 1 2 3 like this, if I shuffle this like this and I'll say extrain, you see that 5.3 came up. If I'll shuffle this with a way, say 1 2 3, this 4 came up. If I'll say 0, that's example. Let me try it as well. It is also a way some other value came up.
So sir, what integer we
It is
the
different.
value?
Anything. What is your favorite number? I'll put that.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, then it is 11. Then don't worry, it will be 11. Any number, you can put your favorite number, but we'll keep it same while execution is the thing.
Okay.
Sir,
After train and
when you say the test size is equal to 0.2, that means you're splitting it to 20% of the total data set.
I am reserving 20% for test, rest 80% I have been using for train.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll say from sklearn.linear model import linear regression. Okay, now I'll say LR model is equal to linear regression. Okay, I'm just assigning a different name to it. I'll say LR underscore model dot fit X train and Y train. X train and Y train. I've been fitting it.
Sir, what you have done in line 34?
So let me check. Line
So
34.
what is X and Y here?
Creating your object actually, line 34.
Just give me a second. Let me see what is the error. Okay, ratio management. Okay. Don't worry, I'll tell you this. So what I've been doing, so let me do this. Let me complete this. Then I'll tell you what I've been doing. Okay. So did you, okay, can anybody tell me why did I get this error, or do you want to tell?
So actually it is, we need to reshape to 2D array, one of the variable as a single dimensional array.
And why do we do so?
So in order to maintain both the variables as a two-dimensional array.
So the thing is, yeah, you're right. So the thing is, whenever we have, so the thing, if you'll see here, right now, so what I have done, I have used dot reshape -1 to 1. So when we like when I did this, it has converted this single array that we had. Earlier we had a single kind of array. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, earlier we have a 1D array, so now it is not showing. So earlier when we had this x, when I say x dot,
So on 38 we have a example.
so I guess I have
What we
changed
had.
it. I have changed
No,
it.
but what we had on 38.
Yeah. So when we have, earlier we had the data like this. Okay. Now this particular linear regression command that we have used, it has asked specifically that we actually, the way it accepts the independent variable when we have a single variable in a form of a 2D array. So that's why the error which it has prompted, it has said me to reshape it into a 2D kind of array. So what I have done is I only use dot reshape and it has converted into the form which basically this particular model in the sklearn linear regression require. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody any question?
But sir, we don't reshape y value, right?
Yeah. So because right now, what I have been doing, I've been saying so whenever it comes to the independent variable, it normally asks for a reshaping of the independent. So if for example I don't do this, so let's example I'll say, so guys, let me rejoin because my mouse is shuffling on the screen. Just give me a moment. Let me rejoin. Don't go from here. So whenever I'm typing, my mouse is going somewhere else. Okay, guys, just give me a second. Let me rejoin. So I'm here only, guys. So I'm just rejoining. I don't know why it's again reshuffling. Shuffling, my mouse is going here and there. Just give me a second, guys. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
And the recording is on?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
It's on. Okay. So now the thing is, so this is basically the requirement when we basically pass it. So the thing is, it normally accepts. So if I'll do this, so I was trying x. Okay, x is equal to
Hello,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, we are reshaping the data because the metric multiplication was not possible. That's why we reshaped, Nana.
So we reshape it, but ideally, yeah, that was so for reshaping we have different reasons depending on the different problems. But I've been talking is with respect to this linear model. So when we do this linear model, it was not accepting x in the way that it has. So it will, but the error it is prompting is say all rows comma column is say 0. If I say dot values, if I'll do this and I'll again use this command. So this reshaping is there. The reshaping we can do it in a form of a 2D array or a 3D array. Both are the ways.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are right.
Just give me a second, guys. Let me tell you again.
Sir?
Yeah.
So we are taking X as the experience or the salary.
X is experience, Y is self.
Okay, Y is salary. So we are only reshaping the X parameter, not the Y.
Yes. So that's what I've been telling you.
Okay.
Sir, why are we reshaping the X value? Here.
So from reshaping means we are converting it into, we are changing its dimension. So earlier the dimension that we have is a single D array, 1D array. But like this linear model, this actually, so that's the error. That's what I've been trying to show you. Just give me a second. So it basically requires it to be the X to be a 2D array. So that's why we have been reshaping it. Just give me a second.
Sorry, my network got disconnected. Can you explain again?
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Was it the problem with the matrix multiplication?
So see, the thing is, when we say like this, so the thing is, it expects it to be a 2D array, 2-dimensional array, and it as a 1D array. With me, now the array that we have is of this format. So it's recommending to reshape your data either using array.reshape -1 or 1. If your data is a single feature, then you can say array.reshape if it contains a single sample. So this is one of the requirement of this linear regression, that it expects X as a 2D array.
2D.
And yeah, and the question, one of the other question was why I didn't reshape the Y variable, because it only talked about the X variable that I had. So I only reshaped the X variable. So this is one of the requirement of the model that we have been using.
So is it necessary that the X variable has to be a 2D array every time, or?
No. This is with respect to this library that I've been using. So when we go with the other libraries, other things, so this won't be the mandate requirement. The linear regression model that I've been using, this is the requirement of this linear regression model. When we are working only with a single variable as X. X is a single variable. In case we have more than
So you're saying for linear regression, the X variable has to be a 2D array?
No, for linear regression, if you're using a single value or single variable in X, then with this linear regression in Python, it has a requirement that it should be a 2D array. That's why I've been with me.
Yes, sir.
But why it is necessary? I cannot correlate with that Excel thing.
Let me tell you, just give me a second. Let me first remove this error and I will focus on things that we have. Just give me a second, guys. Let me. Yeah. Yeah. Come again with your question.
Why we have to convert this y into 2D array means whatever you shown on Excel. So I
Mhm.
cannot correlate what exactly we are doing in linear regression.
So let me tell you. So when we work on Python and when we work on Excel, so the thing is this Python, when we basically say these models, say a linear regression model or any other model, are basically made by some of the developers, the core Python developers, who have basically designed the linear regression function. If I'll go to that like that Excel notepad file that has been saved in matplotlib linear regression. So the definition of the function is like that: whenever a single array is passed, it actually requires it into a two-dimensional array. Now, another developer might come and he might change it with some other function that is being made by the core Python experts. So that is one of the requirement that has been. So it is not the requirement with the Python specifically. It is the requirement with this particular model, linear regression. So this particular thing will be solved once I will be using any other model. So that might not require any of the single input X to be a 2D array.
Sir, also when we convert the array into 2D array, so the whole data get converted into a single column. Like all the values get into a single row.
Yeah.
Like on the zeroth of the 2D array, instead of getting on a linear 1D array.
Come again, I didn't get you.
So when we convert the single array, a one-dimensional array into 2D array, so the whole points get into a single column. Like all the values are row instead of becoming column.
All the values are row. Okay.
That is the reason.
Okay. So then the other thing is then y variable that we have been taking. So, but it will not happen when we normally work with the two values in X.
Because X is the regressor and Y is the predictive value.
Yeah. So when we use say X1 and X2, let's example, then we don't need to convert it into say a -1 and 1 two-dimensional array. Then this particular problem will not come. Are you guys with me?
Sir.
Yeah. Then this will not come.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, then this will not come. Then also it is, so that's the thing you can see here. If I simply say X is equal to data dot ilog, so I will not name it X, I'll say X1, else I need to repeat the code. X1 dot is equal to data dot ilog, I'll say all rows comma 0 comma values. If I'll say like this, if I'll say now what is X1, now it will be coming like this form. Now when I say X, now it is coming into this form. So you might also be right. Yeah, you can also be right that it is being converted. But the reason which I have is whenever we convert it, whenever we don't use it, so this particular library, that is linear regression, that normally that expects the X variable library in sklearn expects the X in case of single variable to be a 2D array. So that's the thing, the prompt that we have got. Now, yeah, you can also be right that it converts from the rows to the columns or whatever, but I will research on this. If it is fine, then it is fine. But for me, the understanding is this is basically the requirement of the library. That's what we have seen in the in error that came. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so for y variable also we are doing y dot values. We are converting the series into the array.
We have converted into array, but not into a 2D array. So this requirement, if you'll see, when this error came into for this column only, 4.57. That's why I did it for X only. If this error will come or would have come for another array as well, then I will do it for Y as well.
Okay. So sir, for this model, we are only getting error in case of X, not in case of Y.
Yes, yes.
So sir, we have converted the Y into the array, no? After we got the series output.
No,
so
no,
we are
no. So initially only we converted Y into array and X into array.
Okay.
Because the thing is, the reason which I've explained is it is
Yeah.
faster to execute, and yeah, and many more reasons as well for this. The
Okay.
requirement of this library will also be the thing, but if you'll work on the multiple linear regression, then this thing will not come.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So for mapping the X and Y, we have converted this Y into a complete column series.
No,
Is
no,
it
no,
so?
no. Don't go with the column thing. I'm not sure. So the only talk about 2D array or 1D array. Okay.
But when we are having multiple X values and we are grouping as per the old your coding, so how we can reshape it, and how we'll get to know that
When
we
we
have
have
to reshape it?
when we have multiple X variables, then we don't have to reshape it. Then we don't have to convert into dot values. This is only the requirement when it comes. So it's written expected 2D array got 1D array. So it does not accept the X as a single dimensional array. So in case it is 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, it will be a data frame that will be passed. It won't be a 1D array. Are you with me?
Okay. So it will be better to work with data frame, no, instead of NumPy.
Yeah. So I've been explaining you simple linear regressions. That's why I use the similar example that I took yesterday, so that you guys will be aligned. So but now, so whenever we work for the algorithms, we will be using like the bigger data sets, much more bigger data sets with much more X values and the total observations.
Sir?
Yeah.
So had we converted this data set output into data frame, then this problem would not have come. The X.
Yeah. So basically, when we have more than so earlier it was a series. So this was the thing. So this problem will not come if I'll simply. So you guys can try it with X and Y. Simple X and Y data.log and X values, say 0 value 0. Don't use dot values. Then I don't think that this problem will come. This is the only thing when it is coming, because I've been using a single variable. If I'll use a multiple, so this problem didn't come with Y. This problem only came with X. When we use multiple columns in X, this problem will not.
Sir.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the only way how we can pass multiple columns. Like if we have two X type, like two independent variables, so we will be passing them like in the each 1D array of the 2D array.
No. So if in case we have two values in X, then I will, so not in linear regression, but in even in the linear regression or any other model, I will simply pass X as the entire data set that I have. I will not use values and all other things. So it is the only thing, because I have been using a single column as the thing. So that's what it's a requirement of this library.
Yes, sir.
With me, anybody, any doubt?
So can you please briefly, from the start, can you brief about what we have done up till now?
Yeah. Let me complete. I'll brief that. Let me complete. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I have, so I will just take a thing to explain about these lines. So once, so don't worry about X and Y values. That are the more simpler ones, and I'll cover it off. The thing is, the thing to learn for you is from sklearn.linear model import linear regression. I've imported the linear regression. I'll said linear LR.model. The name of the linear regression was linear regression. I have named it with another name, LR.model. I can name it as ABC as well. So I'll say LR.fit. LR.fit means now it has made the model on the backend.
So why can't we like write it like how we write import pandas as PD? Can we write like that?
Where?
Can't we write this LR model is equal to linear regression as import linear regression as LR model? Wouldn't that work?
Import sklearn.linear regression. So here I am saying, so this from SK. So okay. So the thing is, let's go here. You see here sklearn.
Yes, sir.
I click it. I'll say, what did I say? From sklearn.linear model. Linear model. I came into linear model. You see over the top.
Yes, sir.
Then I'll say from sklearn.linear model import linear regression. There would have a file here. I'll search here. So there would be any. So I said from sklearn.linear model import linear regression. So which means I have been importing a linear regression file that would be here with. Just give me a second. So this file would be here only. Somewhere here. So that's why I said from sklearn.linear model. Let me go back. So if you'll search your Python file as well, like Python this, in this sklearn only, you will get in this sklearn.linear model only. Somewhere you will get the file with the linear regression. So either it will be underscore linear regression or anything, but you will get it. Say any of the file with the name linear regression with any of the things, say underscore or something, say ridge regression. If you want to run ridge regression, then this is the file. If you want to logistic, then this is the file. For linear as well, there will be some function. So we cannot. So here we cannot. The files that are there, we can only use linear regression. So if I name it import pandas as PD, which means I have imported pandas and I renamed it as PD. So here I have imported linear regression and I have renamed it as LR model. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing. So that is whenever we import anything, that is coming automatically from the libraries that are pre-installed or that you're installing. That we are getting from here only. If you search there, you will get it like this: linear model, linear regression, logistic regression, ridge regression. All the files will be there. With me? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
So,
sir.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Sir, in
Now-
line 56, why we are using parentheses? What is the logic behind using?
Because this is, so there are two things. One is a package that we import, and second is the methods and the functions. So I've not told you because the methods, the functions, the classes, there are three things in the object oriented programming. So whenever we import, so let me tell you. So, okay, let me tell you from this only. So this one, so when I say linear model, LR model dot fit, I've been passing two arguments here. Did you see it?
Yes, sir.
So what, so okay, basically I have not covered the concept of classes and functions. So the thing is, this thing, when I was saying that, this means we are importing the entire class into the thing. Whenever we, so there are different ways. So if I'll say,
Got it, sir. Got it. Means you have
so
imported first class and then we are using the
the
functions.
method, yeah, method or
Yeah,
function.
yeah. Okay, sir. Got it. Matlab fit is a function. Is it your main? Na?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Within the linear mode class.
Yes. Yes. Sir. Okay.
So actually I have not covered the object oriented, so it will make the entire audience it will confuse the entire audience. That's why I'm not going in detail. So
Okay.
that's a concept that we use in core Python. Core Python, when we work on object oriented kind of a thing. Okay, anybody else, any doubt? I'll proceed.
So when it will be covered, sir?
So this is not there. So we are covering data sciences with Python and machine learning AI. So we are on the implementation side of it, where we are covering how to use Python for data sciences. So the core Python will have the entire different stream altogether. This will not be covered in this. Yeah.
Say line 57, we are writing dot fit x underscore train y underscore. So what is trying to say? If we are fitting it over.
So I've been saying that run a model on X train and Y train, linear regression model.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now when I said LR.fit, and X train and Y train, so now the thing is, what is the thing which I was trying to say? So yesterday we have made a line. Yesterday we have made a line graph. Okay, so with this, it is creating that line only with the help of only 80% of the data that we have supplied. Okay.
Yes.
So now if I'll say LR.fit, it has created the model. Not for this. So now if I'll say LR.model dot,
So LR underscore model.
It won't be dot, yeah. Model dot predict. What is the value we have to predict now?
The test data.
X test only, because Y test is the actual predicted
We will
value.
be verifying it.
Yeah, we will be verifying it. So I'll say X test I want to predict.
Yes.
And I will store it in a variable Y
Predicted.
Y predicted. With me?
No, sir.
Okay, just give me a second. So now yesterday, when we have created the model, so let's example. When we created the model, so we have used these values, say these values for building a model. This value I have used for prediction, so that's why I got these two as the predicted values. So this is X test. So I have been saying to predict the age when it is 29 and 28, then what will be the Y predicted value? So this will give me the Y predicted value, and I will match it with the Y actual value, that is this. With me?
No, sir, you're actually writing x underscore test, sir. Predict underscore test.
So what is this? The value that I have selected?
X underscore train.
What is this value that I have that I have selected right now?
Y underscore train,
What is this value?
X underscore test.
So now I want what is the output that I require? Y underscore predict this output. The y hat value is the value I need.
Yes,
Y
yes,
predict.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
So that's what I have been saying here. To give me the y predicted value, basis the x test value.
Okay.
Whatever the model has learned here, LR.model, whatever it has learned from this, please predict on the x test and store it in a value that is known as y predicted. Are you guys with me?
Okay. Basically, sir, we are asking to predict on X test data.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, understood.
Now if I'll say y predicted, it will give you the value of y predicted. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, anybody any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
if you want to get the y tested value, what of this x tested value then?
Your voice is not audible. Come again.
If I want to get the y tested value with the x tested value, then
If you want y test value,
yeah, with the help of the x test value.
no, y test is already there. This is the y test value.
Okay.
Y test value we supply to the model.
Okay,
But sir, Y test, sir, we don't know, no, Y test.
We know y. So in this data, what is this value?
Y tested value.
So do we know or we don't know this value?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We
So
know.
that's the thing with which I came here. We know the y test value because we ourselves derived the y test value. Just 20% of the value that we have not used was the y test value.
Okay.
So now the model has predicted this value as this. The actual value is this. Now we have to compare these two values and we need to see what is the error rate that we are getting. I will say.
So we can calculate the score also.
Yeah, we can do a number of things. We can calculate the accuracy, we can calculate the score, all the things I'll do. So I'll say LR model dot score. We can say X test and Y test. This is nothing but R square value.
So R square value is 94% here, right?
It's let me see. Yeah, 94%.
So accuracy is 94% here.
So no, with the help of the model that we developed with X-train and X-train it will be.
Yes.
X-train, Y-train. It is 95. On the train data set, it is giving me the accuracy of 95.8. On the test data set, it is giving me the accuracy of
94.
With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anybody any doubt?
Sir, can you explain this R square once?
So what is this value that we got yesterday? This R square value that came from the model that we have made, this R square came as the accuracy of the model. It came, just give me a second, guys.
Says how strong its model is.
So this was the thing that came yesterday. R square is the how accurate the model is. When we created the model, it said the model is on the train data. The model is 95.8% accurate. Here it is saying the model is 94% accurate.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Sir,
first,
but for any kind of regression, we check the RMSE value, no, sir?
Yeah. So I have not covered from sklearn.metrics, like import n number of things. I'll tell you RMSE, n number of things I have. So, but I'm not like exploring the people to that right now, because if I'll do that, because let them digest what I've been telling, because some of the people who are new even require this entire thing as a repetition.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I know. So,
Yes, sir. Please.
yeah.
So, but the RMSE value is preferred over the
Yeah.
value
So
for
I
any
know.
kind of regression.
Yeah. RMSE, MAPE, SSC, and number of values are there. So I'm not going into that right now, because
so sir, the output 71 is R square for the trained value and output 72 is the R square for the tested value, right?
come again, R square.
The output 71 is the R square model of the trained value.
From where are you seeing 71?
Our output, sir, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying like this. When I say R square,
She is told like the line number of the output, sir. 71, line number 71.
71. Okay. So, oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Line number 71 is basically the. So I'll rename it as R square for train, and I'll rename it as
This is for tested value. R square
R
model
square
for
for
tested value.
test. Let's example. I'll do this. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else any doubt?
Yes.
So, okay. No.
Sir, can you explain the mean absolute error matrices for this kind of thing?
Come. What do you want me to explain me?
Mean absolute error. R square is one of the
Yeah. So I will tell each and everything. Don't worry. So let me tell you LR score.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, I have many doubts, sir.
I know. Everybody. 50% of people have the doubts. I know.
Sir, yesterday you were telling it was a clear, but today I don't know. While handling with the real data sets is just happening. What is happening is very confusing, sir.
Yeah, I know that. So that's why I'm not covering it to the next level, where I will be telling you about the accuracies and all. So you see here, like when I created the model yesterday, we got intercept.
Yes, sir.
And slope.
Yes.
So when we have used this statement, LR.model.fit extend y train, on the back end, the model has constructed this.
Okay.
With me?
Yes, sir.
So when I said to predict, the model has used that intercept and coefficient to predict the to predict to give these values.
Sir, can we predict a new value? Like
Yeah, we can predict new
Okay.
value as well. I can predict the new value as well. But before this, let the team understand.
Yeah, sir. Actually, doubt that I have is that you in line 64 you have written alarm model dot predict x underscore test. Sir, but while we are finding the RSQ value, sir, y predicted value is not used. So why we have even find y underscore predicted? Like in in initial only we can just simply write RSQ underscore train line 73 execute and line next line also. We can execute directly. Why do we do this then? If like this only we can find the accuracy. I'm not
Yeah,
able
we
to
can, I just use it just to show you. And the thing is we can find the accuracy, but in case what will happen in case you provide a new data to the model, then you will be getting, you actually require the output in this format only. Now let's example the model is giving the 94 or 95% accuracy, you are fine with the model, and you want to predict it with the new values, let's example. So in which form the output you will require?
I don't know, sir.
Sir.
I don't even know what is the output right now.
The output right now is the model that we have made is giving 94 and 90 is giving 95% accuracy.
Okay.
Is the output we have got.
So are we going to go with this? Like if the model is correct or
Yeah,
not?
so if this is the accuracy the model is giving, in the real life scenario, we go.
Okay.
But sir, here we not even compared y predicted and y test.
So this when I said model dot score, it has automatically predicted, it has automatically, when I used, okay, let's give me a second.
So
Now,
which one? Okay.
So I'll say X test and Y. Oh yeah, you're right. We have not predicted.
Y predicted.
You're right. So the accuracy is 95% only for the trained data set. Yeah, we are yet to predict on the test data set, which I will tell you with the help of the MAPE, RMST, and all other things, which I'll tell you. Right now, I have used the trained data set, and the accuracy of the model is 95.8%. Don't go with these lines. I thought it is for that. Don't worry about this. Don't go with
The
it.
accuracy of test data is less than trained data, so this model is overfitted.
Don't go with the test data, because here I use X test and Y test. So the values I've used is X test and Y test. If I have not used this Y predicted, so don't go with these values. Don't
So
go
we
with.
have to check the accuracy with Y predict and X test also.
We need to check the accuracy of Y test and Y predicted.
Okay.
Sir, can
So
you please say it via that data set that you are showing in Excel file? Can you connect this current program with that and explain?
Yeah, I will connect it with this program, and I will. So for today, actually, I need to leave early as well.
Okay.
And tomorrow I will explain. Tomorrow you will have this file as well. Data file you already have. Just execute these commands again, and tomorrow I will take 10-15 minutes to revise these things again, and I'll go to the accuracy metrics tomorrow. That is the MAPE, RMSC, and a number of things. So that I'll explain you the test like this accuracy with the Y test and Y predicted as well. Okay.
Yes, sir. So can you add a command for predicting a unknown value also?
Sir, to check, I have a question. To check the accuracy, we should check it with Y test and Y predicted.
Yeah. So okay, to answer both the questions, the first question is, can you tell me the command to predict the new values?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to predict the new values, you can try it by your own, because I know then. And so you, let's example, you have so now what I have done is, LR model dot predict X test. So instead of X test, pass the new values. It will in the same form which X test was. Same, pass the new values and it will predict the new values. Okay.
Sir, next by using iLock or you just raw values?
No, the same way that we have used in the form of X test only. If it is NP, if it is in a shape of dot reshape -1, then you have to spline a say. You need to first reshape into that format. Whatever your values are.
Okay, sir. So we can create a 2D array and put one.
Yeah, you have to create a 2D array.
Okay.
Whatever your values are,
Mhm.
say this. So let's say your new values are. Just use this command and say it as a x1. Let's example, and then pass predict x1 here, and it will predict. With me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now going back to the another question is why test and why predicted. So whenever we need to check the accuracy of the test data, we will match this with this, and this is why test and this is why predicted.
Okay, sir, got it.
Now let me reconnect this with that data so that you guys will get a glimpse, and then I will pass that code to you and you can execute this very simple code. Only 5, 6, 7 line codes only, not more than that. You can use that code. You can execute that code rather, and after that tomorrow I'll start with 15 minutes of refresher of that, and I'll go with the metrics, and I will explain it in a for some more commands. Okay, guys.
Sir, one question, sir. What the previous model which you have shown in the Python, is it a simple linear regression or multiple linear regression?
So when we have a single x, independent, whenever we have single x, it's a simple. When we have multiple x's, then it is a multiple.
Actually, I haven't attended the first 20 minutes of the classes, so I'm just asking.
Okay, not a problem. So whenever we have the single x, it is a simple linear regression. When we have multiple x's, say these are the x's, then it is a multiple linear. So in this scenario, it is a simple linear regression.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay. Now, so let me reiterate this. So this entire data has two parts. Xtrain, Xtest, Ytrain, Ytest. With me?
Yes, sir.
So now the model that we will make on which data?
Train data, sir.
This data?
Sir, Xtrain, Ytrain, sir.
Xtrain. Oh, sorry. Xtrain X. This is Xtrain Xtest. This is Ytrain and Ytest. Yeah. So the data that we had, the red data that is over the top, is which is basically the Xtrain Ytrain. This is the blue data that is over the top is Xtest Ytest. Are we aligned?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
the
sir.
model that we have made is on which data? Xtrain Ytrain.
So can you please show by the code that which code is actually making the model that y dot predict?
So the thing is,
LR model is equal to linearization of the next line. I mean.
Yeah. So this is the model that we have made.
Okay.
It means that the Krish model, which CSV file, that Krish CSV file.
Come again.
It means that Krish CSV file that we uploaded. I mean, please show that much so we can do that. We can.
No. If I'll show that it has 31 values. So just imagine these values are the 24 values, and these values are the 6 values.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just think that if I'll say, okay, this is say years of experience. Okay, now it is fine. It is say
Yes.
1, 2, 5, whatever. So I'm just taking example.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this red data is a train data. This
Okay.
blue data is a test data. The model that we have made, LR.model, we
Yeah.
use LR_model dot fit,
Okay.
which means I am fitting X train and Y train and making a model out of it. And when I use LR.model dot fit, the LR model will come as an output, and this model will have two things with it. One is this intercept, and second is the coefficient.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
This
Got it,
model
sir.
will
Yes.
have two things. One is
Intercept and coefficient.
intercept, and second is
Yes.
coefficient.
Got it.
Now, if I'll ask this model to predict which data I will use to predict, this data, X test data,
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
and what output I'll get? I'll get Y
Underscore predict. Okay.
predict. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now here as well, I have done the same thing. I have said Y predicted is equal to LR model dot predict X test.
Okay.
So this is the thing that I have asked the model here.
Sir, can you come again regarding the Y predicted again, please?
Which file here?
Y predicted.
Okay, so when I say Y predict, so I use this X test to ask what is the value of Y predicted, so that I can match this Y predicted with X predicted, with Y test, sorry, Y predicted with Y test, to see what is the accuracy. So yesterday the model has given me the values 1200 and 900, but the values were actually 3000 and 3100, so that I can match how well it is behaving on the test data set.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, this 1200, 900 we are getting as Y underscore predicted.
Y underscore predicted.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Making sense now. Okay. After that, sir, after what we have done after that?
With me, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now Y predicted is the thing that I have made.
Yes.
The thing that came. Now I
Yes.
said R square is equal to X train Y train.
Yes,
So
yeah,
this
we
is
checked that.
yeah. So this is this R square value that we have yesterday. This R square value I got with this command. This value I got with this command. So the model that has been constructed, what is the R square value of this constructed model? It said it is a 90.8. Now it is saying 90 point something, like 94 or whatever. With me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now we got this intercept and this with this. We got this R square with this
Yes, yes.
command. We got this model, we got the prediction. So this is the thing that we have done till now. I have not done anything extra along like about it. So whatever I have been trying to do extra, I have made it as the comment. Don't worry about it. I will explain it later.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Got it?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
guys, so today, yeah, I have to leave bit early. So tomorrow is Thursday. We'll join at 9. And the thing is, so some of the time, yeah, some of the time we will be requiring this Saturday extra time. The reason is when it is machine learning, so apart from the doubts, we need to cover some topics as well, because daily I cannot take it as 2 hours, because the content that needs to be covered in 2 hours will not be covered, because the number of people in the class are more. Normally we get 18 to 20 people, and the number of doubts that we have are pretty less. So but if the number of doubts are high, and I cannot even cover entire 2 hours because people get confused. So Saturday also we need to devote 2.5 hours, 2 hours only for this any of the topic to be covered apart from the doubts. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So just go with this model. You will get it in your portal.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, please share the file, that GitHub file that you used
I'll
in this.
I'll share both the files. Tomorrow this will be available.
So 1 minute, sir, before you go in, if we doesn't keep dots for it, doesn't give this R square value, right?
Come again. Come again.
You have given us R square underscore train equal to LR underscore model dot score, right? If we doesn't keep dot score, it doesn't give the value of 0.9586, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Anybody any doubt, or I'll?
So we'll be working on the same data tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow for only 5-6 commands for testing the accuracy using different matrices. For testing a new data, I will be using the same model. But after that, I will use some other data because this is a very simple data. Going forward, when I'll make these models complex, say multiple linear regression, or say any of the new algorithm that I will be covering, KNN or anything, so this won't be that data. Tomorrow, the same data only for 5-6 commands. Then we'll change the data as well.
Can you share the data which you will be using tomorrow so that we can download and we can do the practical along with you?
Yeah. So the good thing is not to do the practical along with me. The reason is because if you'll do the practice along with me, then the pace of the class will be very low. One thing, and second thing is always, so this command will be available with you, and you will not face any problem if you'll just repeat these commands. So don't practice along with me. Practice. So that's the thing. Like the data that we require is not being supplied before like the class to you, because if you'll start doing it now like along with it, then there like the speed or the pace, even I won't be able to cover this 73-74 lines and stuff.
Okay. No worries.
So this file will be available, don't worry. You just execute this command and this will be readily available for you. By 10:30, if you'll check, this file will be available.
Okay, sir.
So these
So
are the
next-
commands which are being used as a professional.
Sorry, come again.
So these are the commands which we are going to use as a professional.
Yeah. So every data scientist, every machine learning person use these commands only to execute the linear regression.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
sir.
night, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good night, guys. We'll
Thank
meet
you, sir.
tomorrow at
Good
9.
night, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
meet tomorrow at 9.
Okay.
Okay.